Welcome, everybody. As always, if you want to add your name to the agenda and also add in any agenda items, feel free to do so. I think this might be a short meeting today, unless there's any discussion anybody wants to have. There's not too many updates. I just wanted to mention a little bit of the work ongoing on Recore tiles or Recore V2. So I mentioned last time that we have the log available now in staging. If you want to give it a try, we have our API defined in our proto spec, so it'll tell you how to access it. I also linked previously to some notes for, I guess actually I linked it here. So this is following what's called the C2SP, or one of the C2SP specs. This is a community project for specifications, and it defines how to access the log in terms of the read path. I think for most folks, the write path is probably going to be more relevant because from the write path, it returns everything that you need in order to go verify an entry in the log. So if you want to give it a try, feel free to do so. Most recently, we just added support for calling it over gRPC2. gRPC previously was just not working, and now it is. So, and this is also true, by the way, for Fulcio. I don't think this is well known, but if you do want to use gRPC rather than HTTP, it's supported for both Fulcio and for Recore V2. And we're doing a lot of work around the clients to get them to support both Recore V1 and Recore V2, both in terms of signing and verification. So you'll see that work trickling out over the next month or so. I can't think of any other updates that are worth mentioning. So I guess I'll say, does anyone else have anything that they wanted to chat about? I wanted to also just mention what Stacy had posted in Slack, but I guess Stacy, if you're here, if you wanted to mention this as well.
Hey, Hayden, thank you. Sure. So we are at the OpenSSF going to have a booth at Open Source Summit North America, June 23rd through the 24th. And we would love if Sigstore and all of the related projects could possibly demo. We have a sign-up sheet. I posted in Slack, and I'll link it in the doc as well. That if you're interested, if you're going to be there, you could just put your name into a staff slot and put a Sigstore as your demo. And yeah, we'd love to have you. Nice. You already linked the sign-up sheet. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, yeah, if anybody wants to sign up for that, I think it's a good opportunity. You'll get lots of great questions. I've been around the OpenSSF booths before. Folks are always very excited to talk about supply chain work. So yeah, if you want to sign up, link is here. All righty. Was there anything else anyone wanted to discuss? Any other updates?
Kind of question. When we say clients are actively being updated, is there, I have some interest in updating the Sigstore RS client, which I know is experimental, but where would be the best place for me to onboard to the requirements for the tile project for a client if I were to start digging into that?
That's a great question. So I'll link you two docs that are, I'll just jump over here. So these two docs have the most info, and I'll link these as well in the notes. So these are just in our README for Recore tiles. I will say, before you get too far into this, some of the more fundamental work around bundle support needs to land as well, because what's coming back from Recore V2 is a part of the bundle just relevant to the log, with the goal of that just gets plopped into the bundle. So there's maybe a different sequence. Honestly, I haven't thought through how to add Recore V2 support into Sigstore RS before doing the other work. So if, as you get into this, you see a different ordering for things, feel free to propose it. I would say, just as you start taking a look at this, if you want to like file an issue and just start talking through the order of operations, feel free to ignore every issue that's already there and start sketching something out. I think there's a few community members who would be interested in taking a look at this as well. I'd like to hope as well. I know we have just a number of outstanding PRs that start chipping away at some of this around the proof stuff, around bundle support, and these might just need to be merged. At which point we just need a few new maintainers to help out. So I think specifically for Record V2, I'll post both these links here. I would take a look at these and feel free to ping me as well if you have any questions or you wanted to chat more.
Cool. Great. Thank you.
The design doc, so the proposal is high level why we are doing this project, and the design doc I think is more relevant. It does need to be updated. Actually, sorry, let me post one other link that is far more relevant, which is the client changes that are necessary.
Oh, awesome.
This is a PR that I'll merge very shortly, but it's just outlines everything as a client developer that you need to do in order to support this. And I will say again, some of this assumes that the client is conformant already. So there might be a little bit of work to do beforehand, but I think this should be comprehensive at this point. We have 3 different implementations using this, and I think we're pretty happy with this. So I would
Great. Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Of course. And yeah, if you want to chat more about it, I'm more than happy to. I can try to loop in a few other folks. I know we had talked I feel like it's probably a year ago with some people who are interested in starting to maintain and revive the Sigstore RS client.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll dig into that and I'll be reaching out. It might be a weekend project for me, at least for the time being, but I'm sure you'll be hearing from me.
Sounds good. Awesome. Were there any other questions? All righty. Well, I hope everybody has a great couple weeks. And I guess we're probably about a month out from Open Source Summit. This meeting might overlap with that, at which point I'll probably cancel it because I assume a lot of folks from the community will be at Open Source Summit. If you will be there, feel free to come say hi. See y'all online.
See ya.
Thanks.